Hello guys, today in this video we'll be covering an extensive detailed guide on how you can get the most out of your Google Search Console, or the ultimate guide to the Google Search Console. So let us dive in. Okay, the first segment to look for is the URL inspection tool. So this is one of my favorite tools because this really gives you the understanding on how Google views your website. This tool allows you to test how Google is actually rendering and taking a control of your site. So the main uses for this site is you can update an old web page if you find that is not indexed. You can also launch a new section of your website. You can test your mobile designs. You can check how the robots are performing. You can even check the canonical tags and so on. So this is one of my favorite tools for understanding many of the technical factors in the Search Console. So this is how you can see one of the live example. Like I have scanned one of my URL, datware.co web3 future of internet. I have tested the live URL and as you can see, like the URL is present on Google, so I have a green tick mark on the same. My coverage, there is no coverage errors. It is submitted and indexed. The link is indexed, and last but not the least, my page is mobile friendly. And even if I have underwent any changes and if I even need to re-index the page, then I can simply click on request indexing from the option. So this is one of the most beautiful part of the URL inspection tool. Then let us understand some of the GSC performance metrics. So the first two essential metrics are clicks and impressions. So basically clicks is, as the name suggests, click means how many people have actually visited to your campaign from any of the Google queries which is appearing on your Google Search Console, and the impression means how much impression people are seeing in the search engine result pages. So these two metrics are very important and essential because this gives you a clue on how your organic performance is being controlled on the Google search. However, there are more data to that. There is an average CTR, there is an average position. Average CTR gives you the idea of what is the average CTR, average click-through rate, like what is the percentage of the users out of 100 is actually clicking to any of the results which is being viewed as an impression. And average position means what is the average position out of the 100 spots. Now let us understand one by one. So impressions, once again, impressions is a group by property. So impression is like any users who is seeing that in the search engine results page gets counted as an impression. And click-through rate is calculated by the number of impressions divided by clicks into 100. So the industrial average is somewhere between 3% to 5%. Anything more than 5 is great. Anything less than 3% might need a work. So CTR is the best way to increase your clicks. Now how to interpret the CTR? So the thing is that higher the CTR, the better you are converting the people from your search results into your website. In other words, the better chances you have to convert a customer as a click value. So as you can see from the screen, any display result is divided into three areas: the title tag, the meta descriptions, and the structured data. So like you can influence this CTR by re-manipulating or by readjusting these three areas. You need to really do a lot of A/B testing for the same. So this is how the CTR can be enhanced. Once again, the average position is for any given query. What is the position which is calculated from the left to the bottom. Now let us go into the discovery report. So Discover report is actually used to track the Google Discover feed, and this report will also include the AMP stories as well. So as you can see, for one of our example, we do have some traffic and some impressions and healthy average CTR from Google Discover as well. So basically these are some of the URLs which are being shown on Google Discover, and this is the area which shows all the data that is being generated from the Google Discover portion. Now there comes the Google News report section. So this is nothing but since Jan 2021 this section is live up. Now this really provides a live tracking, not live, but this really provides a monthly tracking on how users are behaving across multiple devices and how your search results are being shown on the Google News feeds. So some of the enhancement report, as an SEO pro, you can use a lot of the enhancement section in the Search Console. The thing is that this is the main secret area which can show if your structured data is working, or if your AMP pages are active, or if you have any error thing. There are various things. You can check your AMPs, your breadcrumbs, your FAQs, your site links, your logo errors, and so on. Then there comes the index tab. So under the index tab, normally there are three common areas: the coverage, the sitemap, and the removal. So under the coverage segment, you can see what all technical errors or warnings you have. Under the sitemap, you can declare the sitemap of your website. You can even declare multiple sitemap if you want Google to crawl them or to take them into the consideration. And from the removal section, you can remove any particular search results if you do not like. Suppose you have an unwanted page that is ranking, then you can use this function to eliminate that. Now the index, if I go more into the index coverage report, then there are various things like the valid, which means that the pages that have been indexed. Valid with warnings means that pages that have been indexed, but there might be some issues which we want to look for. Excluded means the page are not even indexed and search engines cannot pick on them. Error means the pages are not indexed or have some technical glitches for some reasons. And also there might be two types of valid, like submitted and indexed, or indexed and not submitted in sitemap. So you can do your necessary actions by the help of these two things. And also there can be valid with warnings also, which means that several times there can be several content which can be indexed, but they might get triggered by any robot error, or they might not even be indexed. So you better look for those under your index coverage section report. And for the excluded URLs, as you can see from the screen, there can be a variety of things which can constitute in the excluded segment. So as an SEO, you can't fix all of them one by one. Every one feature have its particular solution. So you can just work with your dev team or the operation team to eradicate the excluded URLs. And last but not the least, the error URL. So in the error segment, Search Console can give some range of data, like what are the redirect errors if your campaign has some 5xx errors, or if any URL is blocked by robots.txt, or if some URL is blocked due to 4xx issues, or some URL have any kind of crawl issues, and so on. So in a nutshell, like the entire coverage section can really give a lot of in-depth insights into your warnings, errors, validations, and also the excluded portion. And as an SEO, you can take care of all of these little factors to make the best utilization of your SEO scores. Now moving on to the next, then there comes the page experience report, which is once again divided into three parts as the page experience, core web vitals, and mobile usability. The page experience gives a list of the good URLs versus the failing URLs, like the URLs where the core web vitals are performing poor, where the user experience is not up to the mark. And at the same time, this is a particular screenshot which shows how the things look like. And also this gives more insight into both the mobile and the desktop, and you can always click through the red marking to understand what kind of errors does it constitute. Then comes the core web vitals. So the core web vitals can give further details on specification regarding the factors which can hamper your core web vitals. And lastly, the mobile usability can show you how many mobile pages are valid and how many mobile pages are having an error. Then there comes the legacy tools. So in the legacy tools, you can mostly like take a proper control of your URL parameters, your international targeting, and so on. So if your page is targeting multiple countries, you can define your hreflang tag under here. With the help of web tools, you can rediscover your ad experience report, your evasive experiences, and how users are getting annoyed with reaching ads, or how your ads are performing. So this is pretty much handy if you're running an SEM campaign. And also lastly, like there comes the link report and the crawl budget. So the link report can give you an understanding of what are the top linking sites to your websites, and crawl statistics can give you a real-time understanding of how many pages are being crawled at a given day. So if you are having a large website, then having a good crawl rate is good, and if you have a poor crawl rate, this means that something is restricting the crawling and you need to re-optimize your website. So guys, as you've seen, like there is so much to uncover from your Google Search Console. Like Google Search Console can really provide some rich context to your entire SEO performance, and you can really uncover some greatest and some greatest and greater of the digital insights regarding your SEO campaign, and you can always check back on the errors, on the validations protocol, and you can really do so much things with that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.